Hey guys, I'm Marty, and this is Cockadoodle Farm. So my family and I moved to the farm about, a little bit over a year ago now. The first thing we did, of course, was get chickens for laying eggs. But what's always been really intriguing to me is meat chickens. So we first learned the difference between meat chickens and egg layers when we attempted to butcher our first rooster. Wow, these guys are like super heavy. Holy cow.
We're just going to reach in.
Had super small breasts, really tough, thick thighs.
Wow. You just butchered your first chicken.
But come to find out, some chickens are bred for meat and others are bred for eggs, like this guy here. So one of my big goals this summer was to figure out what these meat chickens were all about, to figure out what type of chickens that we need, and also to successfully raise and harvest them. So we set out to do a little bit of research on which types of meat chickens to get, and we narrowed it down to two different breeds. One is the Cornish Cross. These Cornish Cross hens are what you probably would find in the grocery store. The crazy thing about these guys is that they're ready to be harvested in just 7 to 8 weeks. And apparently these birds are dumb. They don't have any survival skills. If you let them outside of their coop, they'll just wander forever and get eaten. Freedom Rangers seem to be a little bit more up our alley here on our homestead. Although they do take a little bit longer, they're not ready to be harvested for 9 to 11 weeks, which is still incredibly fast. But apparently these guys are a little bit better at foraging and have a little bit more of the survival skills, which I think we'll need on our side as we attempt to do this for the first time. So we found a website where we can buy a whole bunch of little chick Freedom Rangers. So we got 50 of them, and now we just gotta sit back and wait for them to be delivered.
So Marty is out of town, and it's 8:30 in the morning, and he called me with a sleepy voice because he's in a hotel room by himself, so he slept in. And he said the 50 chicks are here, which they weren't supposed to arrive until next week. So we are not completely prepared for them. But they said, please come and pick them up as soon as possible. Get these 50 birds out of the post office. Now I know why they called us. They're very, very loud. Look at how they're packed in there. I know, right?
So we woke up last night and our little kitty's here. This is one of the ones that Flower had. She's like 2 months old now. We had raccoons come out last night. They're getting into the dog food that we have on the patio. And I couldn't find these little guys last night. So I was so excited that they were here on the porch when we woke up. They seem to hold their own with raccoons. I remember that with our little kittens from last year too. All right, let's go feed some animals. That's Penelope crying for her food. Let's go give her the food. Yeah, those are our meat chickens. This last week I built just call it a hoop house. Just use hog panels and basically just bend them over and make a little shelter. And so I'm gonna show you where those meat chickens are gonna go. We might actually put them in there. Since it's so warm outside, we might put them in there today or tomorrow. They're a little young, but I have it all protected so predators shouldn't be able to get in there or whatever. But I have our little bunnies in there too, so I think these rabbits and these meat chickens are going to be able to live together in this guy. No. Actually, why don't we go move those meat chickens now? We're gonna get these guys out of their little brooder here and bring them over to the hoop house. Yeah. This is way better, right, guys?
Oh, this makes me
Enjoy your life. Hey guys, so it's been a few more weeks since we have moved our meat chickens into their hoop house. It's back here. And they actually done really, really well. We're gonna look at them in a minute. But I'm pretty excited today because I got my first collaboration. So Grubterra here reached out to us and offered us a free bag of their black soldier fly larvae. Sounds kind of gross, but apparently chickens love it. And it produces stronger eggshells, keeps feathers healthy, is farm raised, and has 75% more calcium than mealworms. So, cool. Let's go see if our meat chickens like it. Yeah, I'd say it's a success. Did you like me in here? What? Get back here. The hoop house has worked out really good. The rabbits did end up just staying with them, and I don't think it's an ideal living situation for them. The meat chickens are getting so big that they're just kind of feel like they're suffocating the rabbit. So I don't love having the rabbits in here, but I don't really have anywhere else to put them right now. Moving the hoop house though has been a bit of a pain. We're at the point now where we have to move it twice a day because it just gets really gross. So when we're moving the hoop house though, the chickens aren't that smart, and so they would get stuck underneath the edge there while we're moving it. We lost a couple chickens that way. So Dylan's been really helpful. He comes in and helps make sure all the chickens stay away from the back there so that we don't lose any more of the chickens from moving it. But overall, the hoop house has worked out really well. It certainly has done its job. And can you let me out of here now?
Yes.
So I think it's a fairly good success so far. A few weeks from now, it's gonna be harvesting day. So I appreciate you watching today, guys. Stick around, make sure to subscribe if you wanna see what it's like to harvest 50 meat chickens. Ah.
No, we don't have 50. We have 48.
Oh yeah, the two that we lost. 48 meat chickens. Bye guys.